Hello, 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 and welcome everyone. We are super happy to be here for this evening's virtual adoption event, which is sponsored by Gillman Subaru Southwest, our awesome partners there. So they've gotten together with us so that we can bring you a few of our adoptable animals. So you see 4 screens in front of you. These are going to be the dogs and cats that you're seeing tonight. So we've got on the docket today 2 dogs and 2 cat areas. So I can go ahead and give you a little bit of introduction to the dogs we've got here. You see on your screen in the let's see, Lola is the top right of your screen for most of you. Lola is a new addition to the Friends for Life family. She's a 2-year-old, super lovable, as you can tell, very chill dog who came to us as a mama dog. So she was found as a stray. She had newborn puppies. She's been an amazing mama to her babies, and now she's ready for her forever home. So Lola is good with puppies. She's a bit shy at first, but if you give her time to come out of her shell, she warms up to you and she is yours forever. So very easygoing. She'd be a great fit for most homes. And then also on the dog side, we have the amazing Nala. Nala's been with us for a while, which means we know a ton about her. She's also 2 years old. She comes in about 45 pounds. She also came to us after having puppies. She's affectionate. She's goofy. She absolutely loves training. So you can tell she's in there with her handler right now, doing some training tricks. Nala would prefer to go to a home that does not have cats and doesn't have kids. So, but that being said, she does have some dog friends and may be able to live in a home that has another dog. She's awesome. She's one of our most amazing dogs who's been overlooked for a while. So she's ready to find her home. If Nala strikes a chord with you, go ahead and share her profile. So all of the animals that you see here today, you can find them on our website, which is friends4life.org. All right, on the cat side, we are bringing you Buddy and Logan's room. As you can tell, Buddy's room is a little bit more energetic than Logan's room. I think Logan's room, they're just enjoying their post-dinner nap. So in Logan's room is our feline leukemia positive room. So these are cats who do have feline leukemia, but that doesn't mean that they can't live long, happy, healthy lives. They have shortly slighter lifespans than the positive feline leukemia negative cats. But they still make amazing companions. They're still super, super lovable. You see the big lump laying on the ground, the white and brown tabby cat. That is Richard. Richard is a longtime Logan's room resident. And then joining Richard in the lazy lay on the ground play that you see here is Iris. So Iris is also feline leukemia positive cat, but ready for her forever home as well. So if you do have cats in your home already, chat with our adoptions team about what that might look like if you want to bring a feline leukemia positive cat into your home, because they can successfully cohabitate with cats who are feline leukemia negative. So that's one of the myths about feline leukemia, is that they can't live with cats who don't have it. and that's not the case. You just want to take certain precautions. There's a vaccination to make sure that everybody stays safe. Then in Buddy's room, the very, very exciting room you see over here, we got one of our blue shirts in there, one of our awesome cat blue shirts in there, keeping these cats entertained. In this room, you see we have some younger cats. So we've got the two tiny black kittens, that's Lydia and Delia. And then the big orange boy you see there, that's Logan. So Logan came to us from another shelter. They thought he was too feral, sterile to handle. Turns out he just needed some time to warm up. So you see Logan's super social now, coming up, greeting, playing. So, and then right in the middle there, that beautiful medium length hair, I guess tabby that you see, that is Hazel. You may see later make an appearance our big boy Falafel. Falafel is another black cat. So it's not super surprising that we have 3 black cats in this room. They are the most common cat you find in shelters. They're also the least adopted and the most euthanized at kill shelters. So we end up with a lot of black cats. Well, they might all look very similar, but we end up finding out that they have very unique personalities. So Lydia and Delia are sisters. I believe they're both kittens, so they got a lot of spunk, but as you can see, they play well with the older cats, Logan and Hazel there. So during non-COVID times, our shelter is open to the public, and so these rooms are where the public can interact with the cats that we have in our program. Buddy's room and Logan's room, all of our cat rooms are named after Friends for Life mascots over the years, so cats that found their forever home either through Friends for Life or ultimately at Friends for Life, and their legacy lives on in the name of these rooms. So Buddy's room is always a little bit more active, a little bit more playful, some of the younger cats. And then we also have Rocky's room, which you don't see on tonight's broadcast, but we show on other virtual adoption events. So the thing that all of these animals here have in common is that they're for every animal you see here, as well as any other animal adopted in October, Subaru, so our partners over at Gillman Subaru Southwest, they will be donating $100 to Friends for Life. So if Nala and Lola, Hazel, Iris, Richard, Delia, Lydia, and Logan and Falafel, if they all find their forever homes in the next, well, by tomorrow, or head over on their sleepovers, Gillman Subaru Southwest will donate $100 to the shelter. So that fundraising money makes a big difference, allows us to take in more animals, like Logan, where we were his last chance, as well as Iris and Richard you see in Logan's room. We were their last chance as well. Felby cats aren't given a space at all shelters, so we're really proud of being able to provide her with that special place. So if you're interested in learning anything more about any of these animals, again, you can check out our website. That's friends4life.org. And then you can find the pets underneath our adoptables tab on any of the pages that you end up on. And we've got them listed by cats and dogs. You can also just search their name if you're looking for somebody specific in the search box. Lola, it looks like Lola. So Lola's training with one of our awesome blue shirts, Camille. So Camille is a behavior volunteer with us. So she's a part of the volunteer program that allows volunteers to train and become certified eventually if they decide to sit for the test in animal behavior, so either cat or dog. So Camille works on the dog side. Today, she's training with Lola with her dinner. So instead of giving Lola a bunch of treats, she's actually giving Lola her dinner. So Lola, again, rather shy. So some of the basic training Camille is probably doing is eye contact. Just very basic, very basic, slow, simple commands that Lola can follow so that she feels more comfortable with humans. So there you'll see she looks up at Camille and Camille treats her. That's something you can do with your dogs at home. Nala is also training with her dinner. You can tell Nala is super excited about training with her dinner. She loves training of all sorts, and she also loves her dinner. Nala's a little bit more outgoing than Lola is at this point. Nala's also had a bit of time to adjust to the shelter life, so she's completely comfortable training in her kennel with someone. So what you see, Nala can do a few more tricks. So here, it looks like her handler's trying to get her to roll over. She got her to roll on her side, but she's also done, I've seen her do touch with Nala tonight, as well as eye contact. So right now she's just getting some loving though. Nala and Lola actually are both, they both have traits of bully breed. So I don't think we've DNA tested Nala or Lola, so we wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what they are. We know Nala early in her life had an unfortunate backyard ear clipping. So ear clipping was something that was popular and still is in some circles for bully breed dogs. Hers was done not by a professional, so her ears are very, very short in comparison to Lola's ears, that you see which are fully intact. So we've tried to get creative. So you may see some pictures of Nala if you scroll through our Facebook or check out her profile, where she's sporting different headgear. She will most likely be dressed up tomorrow for Halloween because Nala loves a good costume. She loves playing dress up and getting her picture taken. She's a bit of a ham that way. So in case you couldn't tell by my descriptions, we know the animals in our program pretty well. We get to know them. We get to know them very well so that we can be the best advocates that we can for them to find their forever home. So generally what our adoption process looks like, we've amended it now to work within this world of social distancing and masks that we are in. So the first step, if you're interested in adopting an animal, is to fill out the adoption application, which is available on our website. Again, that website, in case you're just joining us, is friends4life.org. So you can find the adoption application underneath the adopt link on that page. From there, that application goes to our adoptions team, and they'll get you connected with one of our trained adoption counselors who specializes in chatting with people about what they're looking for in a pet. So if you're not quite sure what kind of what color or size dog you're looking for, but generally the personality you want, then you can chat with those adoption counselors, chat with our adoption team, and they can try and help you make a match. So if someone comes to us and says, I'm really interested in a big, lazy couch potato cat, who will occasionally play, but is generally just chill because that's who I am, I could direct you to, potentially someone like Richard, who's very happy to just show off his belly right now. He can play pretty hard sometimes, but again, his belly's full of delicious wet food post dinner. So, whereas if you're saying, I have a super active life, I love to train, I want to have an animal I can play with, I want to have an animal that's going to engage with me, I may direct you to someone like Lydia or Dela. Some of these kittens here, a little bit more active. eager to please as well. If you're looking for a running or jogging buddy, we may recommend someone like Julio. Julio's another dog in our program. You don't see him today, but he's the next door neighbor of Nala. Nala would also probably be a good running partner. She really likes to exercise. She loves the outdoors. So if you're looking for somebody who's just going to trust you, love on you, ready to relax into the couch for some Netflix and chill, a dog like Lola may be more your speed. So our adoption counselors are all trained in chatting with people to get to know them more, so that we can really understand the humans and what you're looking for in a pet. Since we do know the animals so well, it gives us a chance to get to know the humans. After that adoption application and then the interview, and again, that interview is usually pretty quick, but after that application and interview, all of the notes go to our adoption team, and you'll hear back from them within usually 48, sometimes 72 hours if they're super swamped on the status of your application. Once you're approved, your application is good for 6 months. So if you want to adopt, but you're not quite sure who yet, that gives you some time. And the application isn't specific to an individual animal. And of course, if you apply for an animal that they may not be a good fit for your home, we can give you some options on other animals that might be a better fit. Once you get your approval back, we can start setting up meet and greets with adoptable animals. If you already have an animal in your home, we could do something like a meet and greet in the shelter, in our backyard, socially distanced, of course. If we're looking at dogs, or if you have cats, we can give you the resources to do proper introductions, make sure that everybody at your home, all the cats, including the new cat, are getting along. Everybody's happy. We don't have any communication issues between the cats. Those meet and greets are super important for making that awesome first impression. So part of those meet and greets, or right after them, is what we call the sleepover. So the meet and greet goes well, everybody's happy. Then we go on to usually a week-long sleepover. Those week-long sleepovers just give everybody a chance to make sure it's going to be a good fit. So animals can act very differently in a shelter than they do in a home. And so we found that a week usually gives them some time to relax into their home and to show their true personality and what you can expect from them going forward. If that sleepover goes well, then you just simply finalize the adoption. Our adoption fee is $95. And if you're adopting an animal who is under 6 months and hasn't been spayed or neutered yet, then there's also a $250 deposit for spay and neuter, and that just helps us ensure that the animals that we're sending out are going to be getting their surgeries done, their spay and neuter, so we can help reduce the overpopulation problem here in Houston. That $250 deposit is fully refundable upon proof that the animal has been spayed or neutered. So that's something super simple to set up with a vet, and we also have resources to get free spay and neuter done. So if those are things you're looking for, give us a shout. Trying to get in contact with us, usually the best way is email. You can find our email and a contact form on our website. Again, that website, if you're just joining us, is friends4life.org. And someone with our team will get back to you super fast. You can also give us a call if you want. Our front desk team is amazing, and they check the voicemails regularly. So if you get our voicemail box, go ahead and just give that. Leave a message there. You see the buddies room kittens are getting they're still going. They had a bit of a head-on collision there when they were both catfishing, but They seem to be all right. Hazel's just enjoying the show, enjoying the company. It's kind of spooky black cat season now with Halloween coming up. So if you're feeling drawn to the black kittens, give us a ring. We've got some black cats who are ready for their forever homes, as well as some Richard cats who are also ready for their forever homes. Again, Richard is that big white and black, or white and brown tabby colored cat who just went off screen in Logan's room. That's our feline leukemia positive room. You see Nala's gotten a little tired of training, so she's just hanging out. Lola's still slow and steady. If you're someone who is interested in training, I talked a little bit about our blue shirts who are in with the dogs and cats right now. So Nala and Lola both are with behavior volunteers. So again, the behavior volunteer training program is part of our volunteer program that allows folks to learn behavior strategies and tactics that are in alignment with LEMA standards. LEMA standards is least invasive, minimally aversive. So we try to use training techniques that reduce the stress on the animal. So our behavior and training manager, Melissa, has been in sheltering behavior and animal behavior in general for decades now, and she's amazing. She's the one who leads our behavior department, and you get the chance to work with her, which is an extremely awesome opportunity. You see here in Buddy's room, the catfishing has been successful. It's drawn all of the cats in. So if you're interested in learning more about animal behavior and learning from a specialist for free, you can sign up to volunteer with us. All that information is on our website as well. That's friends4life.org. You can do things like this. So we've got events volunteers on the behavior side. We also have folks who work events. So most of our events are virtual now, but we still need volunteers to get the animals showing well, make sure everybody stays on camera. And then we've got off-camera jobs, of course. So if you're more interested in just working directly with the animal care team on feedings, cleanings, walks, things like that, we have plenty of opportunities for that as well. And we also have special weekly trainings and weekly roundtables and groups for volunteers to get together and discuss different topics. That's something unique to our volunteer department. So you can find more information about that on our website under the volunteer tab. Looks like Lola is getting so sleepy of training, so tired. And Buddy's room is really keeping our handler busy. Oh, Nala's getting some pets. She says, no, I'm looking for pets. I don't want to do training. I want to do pets. Looks like Camille and Lola's pen is trying to work on some puzzle enrichment with Lola, perhaps. Lola's not having any of it. She says, I'm too tired to try that. Oh, there we go. Oh, and here Nala's being a ham again. She loves pets. She, in typical pretty fashion, will just curl up with you. She's got her enrichment all set. No, there. She says, all right, come on, belly pets. If you guys at home have pets who like to wear costumes like Nala does, go ahead and drop them in the comments here on Facebook. We'd love to hear what your pets like to dress up as. I know Nala's been an angel. She's been like some kind of black veiled bride. You can see the pictures on her profile. We've gotten her rabbit ears before, some alien ears. If you're looking for more Halloween fun, you can also check out the events we have going on tomorrow. So tomorrow we've got 3 events. 2 of them are Halloween themed. So tomorrow on Saturday the 31st, we'll be having our cattery showcase. So we've started showing cats again at the PetSmart on South Shepherd. So that's where we have our cattery location. The cats there, they're not living there right now, just due to COVID and trying to minimize our exposure to different places, but they do come in and show on the weekends there. So trying to find more creative ways to get them their forever homes. So that is tomorrow, again, at the PetSmart on South Shepherd from 12 to 5. At 10 a.m. tomorrow, right before them, will be our first Halloween themed event. So our Halloween themed event is with, for that time, for 10 a.m., is with Baylor College of Medicine. We're super excited to be partnered with the Research Pals program over there. So in the Autism Research Center, they'll be giving a little bit of a chat to open up the call, and then our very own outreach coordinator, Elise, will be taking attendees to the call through an enrichment craft activity. So she'll be teaching the kids and the families on the call how to make enrichment toys for their animals at home. If you want to find out more details about that event, it's on our Facebook page. And the second Halloween themed event that we have tomorrow will be at 6:30. And that event will be Shelter Tales, a Halloween edition. So we'll be reading 2 children's books for those kids who can't get out trick-or-treating this year. We'll be reading a dog-focused book. That is the Halloweener, about a weenie dog. We'll be joined by a couple of our adoptable dogs for that story session, costumes included, of course. And then we'll be reading to the cats in one of our cat rooms. We'll be reading Scaredy Cat Splat, who is also a black cat. So both of these books would be good for kids ages, 3 to 10. But we'll be showing the books. We'll have a fun reading. Of course, our reader, Ollie, will be in the appropriate Halloween costume attire. So that's definitely something you are not going to want to miss. We'll see if any of the cats are interested in wearing any costumes. They're less persuasive, or they're less easily persuaded than the dogs to wear costumes, but they'll be there nonetheless, enjoying the reading time. It's enrichment for the dogs and the cats there. So that's, again, tomorrow at 6:30 in the evening. Should be over by 7. We'll be reading those 2 kids' stories. it's a fun way to get a look at some adoptable animals and also find some fun ways to entertain the kiddos on Halloween night when they may not be able to go out trick-or-treating like they usually would. So. And if you have any photos of you dressed up, you with your pets dressed up, any pet couple costumes, which are always fun, go ahead and shoot those or post them on our Facebook wall. Tag us on Instagram. We'd love to see what you've got in the works for this Halloween. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the virtual adoption event partnered with Subaru, Gillman Subaru Southwest here in Houston. For each animal adopted in the month of October, Subaru will be donating $100 to Friends for Life. So that money helps us continue the life-saving work that we do here in Houston, both for the animals, but also for our neighbors and the Houston pet owners in our community who are struggling right now. So that includes our food bank, which we've had since 2008, as well as our drive-through clinic, which we started at the beginning of the pandemic. Both of those services are direct support services for the community and are one of a kind here in Houston. So events like these and partnerships with awesome partners like Gillman Subaru Southwest help us to keep doing those in the community. As you can see on the screen here for this adoption event, we've got 2 dogs and 2 cat areas. So those cat areas are Buddy's room, named after one of our Friends for Life mascots. As you can see, we've got some more of the playful cats in there, some of the higher energy. The 2 kittens you see on the screen are Lydia and Delilah. And then sitting right there, unamused, unfazed in the middle is Hazel. Hazel's beautiful, medium, long hair, tabby cat. Still super playful, but right now I think she's more entertained by the kittens playing. Oh, looks like she can be caught with some catfishing. Oh no. And then the other cat room that you see, that's Logan's room. Logan was one of Friends for Life mascot cats until he found his forever home. Logan was a feline leukemia positive cat. So these are cats who are have the feline leukemia virus, but can still live long, happy lives. So it is contagious between cats through casual contact, but cannot be transferred to any other pets or to humans. So if you're interested in adding a feline leukemia cat to your home, go ahead and reach out to our adoptions team. You can find out more about feline leukemia, as well as how to reach our adoptions team on our website, which is friends4life.org. Feline leukemia is very different from FIV, which is similar to the HIV virus in humans. Feline leukemia does shorten the lifespan of the animals, of the cats who have it. But again, we like to give them a space so that they can find their forever home in the time they have left. And their personalities vary widely. They can be just as playful as the cats in Buddy's room, just as chill as the cats in Rocky's room. Right now on the screen in Logan's room, you see Richard. He's in the foreground there, that white and brown cat. And then in the background, you see Iris. Iris has some really beautiful markings. You can't see them super close from here, but if you head over to her profile on our website, again, it's friends4life.org. You can just search Iris in that search bar box on the top right of our website, and you'll be able to find her profile pretty easily. Richard has been with us a while. He's ready to find his forever home. Then the dog side tonight, we have Lola. Lola was a stray dog who came to us with a bunch of newborn puppies. All of her puppies are already spoken for to go into their forever home. So they're on their way out the door, and now it is time for Mama to find her forever home. So Lola's about 2 years old. She either is spayed or will be spayed soon. She's rather shy with humans right now. So Blue Shirt Camille is just working on getting her accustomed, doing a little bit of enrichment training here with Lola's dinner. So she'll hide some treats or hide some of her food very easily in a towel to get Lola interested in training. The other dog you see on your screen is Nala. Nala, who it looks like she's snuffling some goodies out of her towels there. Nala is one of our longer stay dogs. So she came to us more than a year ago and has been with us since, trying to find her forever home. She's also 2 years old. She is spayed. Nala's a bit more high energy, a little bit more outgoing than Lola. Nala loves to train. She loves to take pictures. She loves to get dressed up. She likes to play with the folks who are on her team, so Team Nala. She also, at one point before she came to us, had puppies. But when we got her, it was just Nala. She'd be a great running partner, hiking partner. She's all around super sweet dog. She'll also just cuddle with you on the couch. That's what you're into. She's super, super cuddly. She's about 45 pounds. And then Lola is a little bit bigger than Nala at about 52 pounds. So I think Lola would probably get along well with puppies, potentially other dogs. And we know we've seen her love on some cats in her foster home. So we know that she'd be good with cats. You can see more pictures of her on our website as well. So that's friends4life.org. And you can find her under our animals and dogs, or by using the search function, just searching for Lola. I've had a few Lolas over the years, so just look for the beautiful brown mixed dog on our website and you'll find her. Also on our website are ways to get involved and give. So we've got a lot of different ways you can get involved, whether that's volunteering your time or volunteering, or donating directly to us in the form of funds or in-kind donations. We have our wish list up there. So one of the things we do in the community is a free pet food bank. It is not income nor zip code restricted, as need knows no bounds here in Houston. So that food bank is entirely donation funded and funded by our partners. So if you're interested in throwing a bag our way, we will definitely pay it forward into the community. You can find that on our website under the big pink donate button. That'll drop down a menu, show you our wish list options. So order it directly from Amazon. Don't even have to put our address in. We'll do it all for you if you order from the wish list. So those donations to the food bank make a huge difference. We found that folks were dropping by to surrender their animals, and if we engage them in a conversation, a lot of times we were finding that if they just had pet food to feed their animal or wellness support to care for their animal, that they'd be able to keep them. So we decided, why not just give them the food? It's a win. It's a lot better situation than taking an animal into the program, for the animal, for the family, and for the overall Houston community. So It's been something we've done since 2008, so 12 years strong on that model. And then in some situations when owners can't keep their pet, we work with them to get them into a program, like any of these animals here. So some of these animals came to us as strays that the public found. Some of them came to us as owner turn-ins, and some of them came to us via pulls from other shelters. So we'll pull from the euthanasia list and animals that we know it's most likely their last chance. Or if the other shelters call us and say, hey, we've got this animal, it's kind of a long shot. It's kind of your deal. So we end up with a lot of those guys. Nala is one of those long shot dogs. So she has characteristics of what people commonly refer to as a pit bull. And as you can see here, she's doing some training with the handler in her room. So she's excited to do downs, to do touch. She also knows sit, she knows spin. Nala is super engaged in training. Not only does it help us direct her energy into something productive, but it also helps her use her brain so that she tires out and stays enriched and doesn't get bored and revert back to potentially unwanted behaviors. So she's really amazing at training. She absolutely loves it. You see, on the other hand, Lola here is doing some very slow, basic enrichment training with Camille, her handler in there. So Camille will just fold over the edges of a washcloth, put some food under it for Lola to find. Even just Camille being in the same space with Lola is helping her learn that humans are not scary. Oof. See, in Logan's room, we've gotten some energy back. It looks like Iris was chasing around a ball. Richard now is catfishing. Buddy's room has slowed down. The kittens and Hazel and Logan there, orange boy that you see. Hazel is the brown tabby, longer hair cat. The two black kittens are Lydia and Delilah. And then you have Logan there as well in the shot, who's uninterested in pets. But it looks like they're ready to relax and take a bit of a break from playing. They were playing pretty hard earlier. So this is what we do here at the shelter. We eat, we play, we nap, and then rinse and repeat. It's not the worst life. When they have humans at their beck and call. So if you're interested in learning about enrichment for your own animals at home, we've got some really, really awesome resources on our website about cat and dog enrichment. So different things you can do in the environment to make the environment more enriching for your cat or your dog at home. And not every enrichment tool is going to work for every animal. So we've got a lot of different options on there. You may find that your cat or your dog enjoys Kongs. So Kongs are those weird looking toys that you can stuff with peanut butter, your dog's food, wet dog or cat food, and are typically used for dogs, but we've also found that we have a lot of cats here at the shelter that enjoy a good challenging puzzle feeder. So they will work for treats. But there's also a lot of things that you can make at home that can be very enriching for your animals. So we'll actually be going over one of those enrichment crafts tomorrow on another event we're hosting in partnership with Baylor College of Medicine. So if you're interested in learning how to make some of those enrichment toys, go ahead and pop on by our Facebook to check out the other events we have going on. This event tonight is sponsored by Gillman Subaru Southwest. So we're super duper proud of our partnership with them. We've been working with them for a few years now. As part of their Subaru Loves Pets month, so that's October, they will be donating $100 for every animal that gets adopted. So every animal that gets adopted from Friends for Life. So if you're able to help Hazel or Lydia or Delilah or Logan that you see in Buddy's room, or Richard and Iris that you see in Logan's room, or Nala or Lola or any of our other animals, put in an app tonight. Our adoption team will get back to you and if we can get them adopted, that's some more fundraising for other animals that can come into our program that we can help. So there you see Richard in Logan's room, our big white and brown boy there. He's getting his more playful side out now. He's that flick of the tail. He's ready to play. Iris was hunting that fish toy. She has successfully captured it. You see Logan, our orange boy, falling asleep there. Looks like Nala's got herself, looks like a toy cow. She is one of the queens at our shelter of unstuffing toys. If you're looking to get the squeaker out, definitely give the toy to Nala or to Julio. Julio is also extremely talented at removing those squeaker toys. So squeaker toys and stuffing. They're very good about knowing what's a toy and what's not. Another awesome thing about adopting from Friends for Life. So in addition to us knowing our animals extremely well, we also are very proud of the follow-up resources that we have for adopters. So if an adopter ever has a problem with a behavior challenge or something that they can't handle on their own, or even just a medical challenge that they're unsure where to turn to, we are always a resource for adopters. So that may be in the form of behavior support from one of our behavior staff members, or recommendations to different medical places to check out for a medical issue. We've done micro grants in the past. And then in the case that an adopter is no longer able to keep the animal, that's happened sometimes when an adopter has passed away and the family is unable to keep the animal, they always have a place to come back to at Friends for Life. We really invest in the animals that we take into our program, and so any animal that can no longer stay in their home, if they've come from that, always have a place back here. And then of course we get a lot of animals from other shelters, from the public, a lot of different ways that we get animals into our program. Lola, for example, was a stray. She's a stray that came with, she had 8 puppies. And so one of our amazing bottle baby fosters, shout out to Carrie. I think that was Carrie's mama dog. Oh no, never mind. Lola wasn't, Chloe was. Still, shout out to Carrie, who trains all of our bottle baby fosters. So our bottle baby fosters will monitor mom, make sure that mom's getting along okay, and then monitor the weight of the babies to make sure that they're gaining weight. So, and then for puppies that don't have a mom, we have bottle baby fosters who take on those puppies and kittens to bottle feed them every couple of hours until they're old enough to eat on their own. So. If you're looking for a really great puppy to adopt, your narrator here, Jennifer, I'm our communications lead here, just has been bottle feeding and helping one of our bottle babies recover. It's Charlie. You can find her information on the website. She's one of our puppies in the program right now, and she is available for adoption. But if you're not really interested in dealing with all that potty training stuff, all of the, all of the messes to clean up, you could always take home a well-behaved adult dog like Lola or Nala. And you can just skip that whole potty training part because we've already done the work on that. Same with kittens and cats. You're not really looking forward to the kitten phase of having a cat. Lydia and Delilah, they're in Buddy's room. Their energy, those two black kittens you see playing on the screen, their energy isn't for everyone. If you would like to keep your curtains intact and unclimbed by cats, we have a lot of adult cats, and we've got a lot of different types of adult cats. So here you see Hazel is one of our adult cats, but she's still playful. She's super pretty as well. Richard is another one of our adult cats. As you can tell, he still enjoys playing, but he also enjoys a good lounge. We have a lot of adult cats in our program, a lot of senior cats. Oh, here we see Hazel in Buddy's room. She looks like she's stalking either the kittens or this toy on the ground. There we go. She got it. Oh. Richard has a very interesting technique there for capturing the fish. Oh, he's such a lazy player. So while our shelter is closed for walk-ins, we are still in full swing doing adoptions. Now, if you're just joining us, this event is sponsored by our friends at Gillman Subaru Southwest. Sorry, just watched Hazel push Logan away with her back feet. This event is sponsored by our friends at Gillman Subaru Southwest. They've been a partner with us for a few years now. As part of the Subaru Loves Pets event this month in October, Subaru will be donating $100 for every animal that's adopted from Friends for Life. So we're super duper proud to be partnered with them on this event so that we can continue taking in more animals and providing direct services to the community. If you know of someone who needs support in keeping their animals, since the eviction rates right now in Houston are high, and paying for pet food or not can make a big difference in the ability for a pet owner to keep their pets. I know with 3 dogs of my own at home, buying all of that food and the veterinary care and all of that can be pretty trying on the wallet. So if you are someone or you know someone who needs help keeping their animal, go ahead and reach out to us. We've gotten really creative in the past on ways that we can help people keep their animals. And then if we exhaust all of our options working together, then we can try and see about getting them placed into the program. We know that for a lot of pet owners, that decision is absolutely heartbreaking, and we know it's a lose-lose-lose situation on all sides. So we want to keep families together, especially during this pandemic when you need each other the most. Those people in your pod, those human and non-human people. There've been a lot of studies done on how pets can help decrease your stress level, your anxiety level, those stress chemicals that come up during crisis, during times when you can feel very alone. Pets actually can help alleviate a lot of that. So if you're someone who has no pets at home, we have got the pet for you. I'm pretty positive, depending on what you're looking for, because we've got all sorts. We're also super glad to know a lot about the animals in our program. It helps us make really good matches, and helps us ensure that, you know, those placements are going to be happy ones where folks feel supported. So again, if our adopters ever need help with access to resources, whether that's behavioral or basic wellness care or larger surgery stuff, we have a lot of different options that we can help with. We're happy to do that for anyone, whether they adopt from us or not. So we just allocate some extra resources for our adopters. You can see Nala here. She's not pleased that her in-kennel companion, her handler here, has a comfy mat to sit on. So she's just taking it apart a bit for her. She got tired of her cow toy, apparently. Now she wants the phone. Can I please have your phone, human? Ooh, so I think this cow toy is actually a bit of a puzzle feeder. So I think that, here we see the volunteer is able to put some treats inside of there, give Nala a little bit more of a challenge. Camille's still working with Lola, trying to get her to take a little treat off of her knee. Less scared. There we go. What a good girl. So again, Lola's still learning to trust people. She's still learning to be comfortable in the environment. The shelter can be a scary place at first. Lots of new sounds, lots of new smells, lots of strangers. And so I like to give the animals here in our program a lot of time to adjust and slow, patient behavior work. So it can be something as simple as just feeding them their dinner while you're in their kennel, or just being near them. Reading to them is also a really good thing. Some of our volunteers have played instruments and played music and sang with the animals before, which can seem to calm them down. So we have what's called team dogs and team cats here at the shelter. And so those are animals who have specific protocols in place for whether it's meeting them or walking them or interacting with them, playing, training, whatever it is. You see that Nala's handler would be on Team Nala, and then Lola, Camille there is on Team Lola. Lola isn't a team dog, but she does, she's just a little bit more shy. So we like to make sure that people know about the animal that they're going to go in and hang out with before they go in. So we keep notes on everybody. All of the animals in our program also have behavior training goals. So that may be working on different types of enrichment each week. They may be working on a different trick. They may be working on some husbandry training, which is training that enables them to have a smoother visit during vet visits and grooming. Here you see Nala has destroyed her volunteer's chair, so so she just puts that outside. Nala says, you know what? If it comes into my kennel, it's mine. This was fluffy and stuffed with things that I got to destroy. The cats are excited. They're excited that there's folks here later into the night than usual playing with them. Richard doesn't look like he's excited, but I can tell. from his annoyed tail flick. I can tell that he is happy to have someone there with him. Hazel's super excited though. Looks like she's having fun there in the room. You can see Lola slowly but surely. She's relaxing a little bit more. Let's pop over to Facebook and see if we've got any questions on here. Jennifer says, love my sweet Nala. Yes, she's the sweetest. Richard and Albus or Iris in the Feline Leukemia room are really eager to charm their way into your heart. They absolutely are. The bag is right. He's in there with them, and they are awesome cats. I absolutely adore them. I love Richard. He's got a little bit of sneezy. He's a little snotty, but you know, snot cats are always the most amazing. It's easily managed. He would make someone extremely happy. Someone and someone's cats if they happen to have them. So Kim asked, are any of the kitties in Buddy's room dog tolerant? So in Buddy's room right now, I know Savannah dropped a comment on there that we haven't personally seen any of them with dogs. But if you do happen to have a dog, our adoptions team can definitely chat with you about what that might look like. So we can always do a meet and greet, we can do sleepover, and we give you thorough protocols and instructions on how to successfully introduce dogs and cats, cats and cats, dogs and dogs. So because we've been in the game a while now, since 2002 here in Houston, we've got a few tricks up our sleeve to making those interactions as successful and least stressful as possible. What I've generally seen is that kittens, if they're socialized with dogs early on, will generally do good in a dog household. So Lydia and Delilah may be good candidates for trying that. I know at least with my dogs, when I've had cats, brought new cats into the home, dogs that I had previously would generally give the cats a healthy amount of respect. So it's not necessarily the case all the time, but we can definitely set you up with some protocols. And then we do have cats in our program that we know do well with dogs. So we just don't generally test cats with dogs. For some of the cats, it can really stress them out. So, but we do test all of our dogs with other dogs. So just to see if they're socially interested in other dogs, to see if they're curious about dogs, or if they're fearful. And if they're fearful, then or show any kind of reactivity, then we're able to work with them to try and figure out what's causing that and how we can make those interactions or seeing other dogs less stressful. Yeah, you can see that Lola's fallen asleep now. She's got a full belly, and I mean, if she's fallen asleep, it means she feels comfortable with Camille in there, which is awesome. So again, Lola's a little bit more shy, so it's good for her to just feel comfortable enough to fall asleep with a human in the room. And if you're just joining us, this event tonight is sponsored by our friends at Gillman Subaru Southwest. For every animal that is adopted in the month of October from Friends for Life, they will be I'll be donating $100 to our shelter. So that's pretty awesome, and helps us to continue some amazing work we're doing in the community, as well as here in our shelter for the animals under our care. If you're interested in getting involved through donations, we've got a lot of different opportunities on that, in-kind donations that are super easy with a couple clicks on our Amazon wish list, as well as monthly and recurring donations available on our website. Even something as small as $5, whether monthly or one time, can make a big, big difference. We can stretch $5 to do a lot of good. Whether that's in the community or here for the animals in our shelter. But right now, a lot of our work is focused on the community outreach. I think that the best way to enable pets to stay in their homes is to meet folks where they are. So we go out and we talk to people and figure out what they need. And if what they need is pet food, get them pet food. What they need is wellness care to keep everybody happy and healthy. We figure out a way to provide that. So that's when our clinic started back at the beginning of the pandemic. Back in March, we saw a big need for just basic wellness services that we knew how to do. And we have some amazing partners, once again, like our friends at Gillman Subaru Southwest, who are sponsoring this virtual adoption event as part of their Subaru Loves Pets Month. So we found sponsors, we found awesome community partners to help us cover the cost of that. And we've been able to, yesterday was our 19th clinic since March. So we've been able to do some amazing work. If you joined us for our gala on October 9th, you saw that you saw some of that work that we do. So we traded our gala ball gowns this year for tennis shoes and changes of clothes for accidents that might happen at the clinic. So it was a really amazing event. So if you're interested in learning more about that, again, info on our website, as always, or on our Facebook page. Lola's interested in taking a nap now. Again, you can see she is very, very mellow. But again, you never know how her personality might open up or change when she goes into a home, which is why part of our adoption process is that 1 week sleepover. So during the sleepover process, gives you a chance to get to know the animal, gives the animal a chance to get to know you. And then, of course, it gets any animals in the home a chance to get to know each other. And so you can just figure out, usually within that week, but longer if you need, figure out if it's going to be a good match. If it's not, then you bring the animal back and we can try again with another animal. So if there's somebody who may be a better personality fit, or, maybe you were interested in a puppy and changed your mind and decided that right now they're a lot of work that you just are not interested in getting yourself into, and maybe you want to switch for an adult dog. Totally understandable. We can make sure that you are enabled to do that. So that sleepover. Then you just start another sleepover with a new animal. And then, of course, if you just decide you're not interested in adopting at that time, your approved application, once you get it back, is good for 6 months. So you want to just wait and see if somebody else comes up that really speaks to your heart, you have the option to do that. If you are interested in meeting any of the animals that you see on the event tonight, or any of them you see on our website, the first step would be to fill out that adoption application. It's non-committal, just gives us some details about you so that we can reach out to you. And then an adoption counselor can chat with you about your situation and the type of animal you're looking for and any restrictions that you have. Like if you're renting and they have breed restrictions or weight restrictions or something like that. And then from there, we can start setting up meet and greets once you get your approval. So that app, though, is the first step. Again, non-committal. We're not going to bombard you if you say, never mind, I'm not interested. We totally get it. So that that would be the first step, though, if you're interested in meeting any of them. And if you meet them and it doesn't work out, then no worries. But as long as you've got an idea of the kind of pet you want and you're flexible on, you know, size and look and all that, then I'm pretty sure that we can find the cat or dog for you. We also do have right now in our program a few non-cat and dogs in our bunnies. So we've got a couple of rabbits in our program. We've got Macduff and Macbeth. We lovingly call those two the Big Macs. The Big Macs are a bonded pair of rabbits. So don't see them on the screen here. They do live in a foster home and not at the shelter most of the time. So, and definitely not in one of the cat rooms or in the dog's kennels. But those two rabbits are looking for a home together. If you're interested in seeing the Macduffs, learning more about them, you can find them on our Adopt a Pet page. So that's adoptapet.com, or you just Google Adopt a Pet and Macduff, MacDuff, or Macbeth, MacBeth, and then Friends for Life. You'll be able to find them there on our Adopt a Pet page. We also have a smaller rabbit named Ruth Bader Bunsberg. She's also available for adoption. She's a single rabbit, so she'd be happy to go to a house alone. But Macbeth and Macduff do definitely need to be adopted together as a bonded pair. That's super important. We also do the same thing for cats and dogs. So if you find if we have a cat or dog in the program who is bonded to another cat or dog, we keep them together. It can be harder and take a longer time to find an adoptive home for a bonded pair, but we think it's worth it, and it gives them the best chance of successfully settling into a forever home. I don't think we have any bonded pair cats or dogs right now, though. All of our guys are single and ready to mingle, depending on your situation. Oh, Lola has woken back up with us now. Hey, Lola. It's like they're figuring out how to adjust the camera. Let's see Lola's beautiful ears. She says, "What are you doing, people?" We've got a few of those guys back in Buddy's room. Oh, we had an appearance from Iris in Logan's room. Thanks you for everyone who is viewing tonight, for joining us on your Friday night. We're coming at you live from the Friends for Life Animal Shelter. We're in Houston, Texas. We're part of the Houston Heights community, right over on 22nd and Yale. So while our shelter is closed to the public for walk-ins right now, we do have we are still doing adoptions. You're going to get a little peek here at our super advanced technology for holding our cameras in place. Yes, we are using duct tape to hold them up because we let all of our money go back into the most significant work, which is the animals and our support services. So we get innovative to save money, keep things cost effective. So if it's duct tape, it's duct tape. That's what we're working with. If you are interested in donating in-kind items like duct tape, we also always have opportunities for that. We've put together our Amazon wish list that includes a lot of the stuff that you wouldn't typically see or you wouldn't typically think of an animal shelter needing. We still need paper towels and toilet paper and cans of chunk white breast chicken and hot dogs and all of those things that help us enrich the lives of the animals under our care and keep everyone happy and healthy. So if you're interested in donating anything a little bit outside of the box, not your standard cat or dog food, we've got all of those wish list items up on our Amazon wish list. You can find those on our website, which is friends4life.org. And then you can just go ahead and hit that donate button and it'll take you to a page that links to our wish list. We've got lots of different opportunities on there. So, or if you're interested in volunteering, volunteering is another way to give back, giving of your time. So the volunteers here with us are all blue shirts. They volunteer with us. They are giving up their Friday evening here to hang out with some of our adoptables. Looks like Nala and Lola's handler are doing all right. Well, Nala's getting excited and playful now, but she is excited to snuggle as well. Iris, it looks like, is a bump in the rug right now. And Richard doesn't really know what to make of that. And then in Buddy's room, you've got Hazel just lounging her pretty self in front of the camera. So these rooms are actually pretty large where the cats live, and it can be hard to keep those animals in frame. So I applaud our blue shirts who kind of given up their Friday night to be here with us. You see Lola's getting a little bit less shy with Camille, so she's letting Camille pet her head, letting her give her some sweet strokes. These are all just little steps for Lola to feel more comfortable around humans. If you're just joining us or tuning in for tonight, this is virtual adoption event sponsored by Gillman Subaru Southwest as part of the Subaru Loves Pets Month, which is all of October. So for all of the animals adopted in the month of October, Subaru will be donating $100 to our shelter for each of those animals, which is pretty freaking awesome. They've been amazing partners for years. We've done in-person events with them. We've been a part of their Share the Love event in the past. And we look forward to many more years of collaboration with them. This is just our latest iteration as we all adjust to this new world we're living in. We've gone to a lot more virtual stuff, as you might imagine, as I know everybody on the live cast tonight has. So we're trying to get creative with ways to get more animals into their home. Well, as I said, the shelter is currently closed for walk-ins, but our adoptions and everything else are still in full swing. Another really important way that you can get involved with the Friends for Life program, join this tribe here, is to become a foster. So we have fostering opportunities that range from bottle babies, where you're happy to wake up every 2 hours and feed them, all the way up to seniors who really just need a place to stay, and a roof over their head. The awesome thing about fostering, at least like from stories I've heard about other fostering opportunities, Friends for Life, I know from firsthand experiences, I am also a foster. Friends for Life provides all of the supplies you'll need. So whether that's toys or bedding, food, of course, the basics, right? Food, medical care, vaccinations, any behavior support, like literally anything you can think of, toys, kennels, hound surrounds. We do provide all those things, puppy pads in the case of puppies, and for the cats, cat litter, litter box, newspaper. We provide all of it. So all our fosters get that support, and if there's anything that ever comes up, our foster managers are available 24/7 in case of an emergency. Are also hyper responsive when fosters have concerns or questions. And so fosters provide a safe roof over the animal's head. And then if you do want to take on the challenge of fostering maybe a behavior animal or an animal who has a little bit more challenges than maybe your standard animal, we provide all of the behavior support for that as well. So, and then what happens typically is those animals come in and show on the weekends, or in this case, for events like this, fosters always have the option of which events they don't participate in. If they're interested in participating in them, then they work with the foster manager to get those animals coordinated. That's again another really, really important part of our program is that foster program. So we have opportunities for cat fosters as well as dog fosters. So on the cat side, it may be cats who don't get along with other cats, and so they can't live in one of our cat rooms. Maybe the shelter is just too spooky for them. Well, they may get along with other cats. They may have some medical condition that doesn't allow them to live with other cats, for example, diabetes. And so you can't feed cats. If you have a diabetic cat, you need to monitor closely the amount of food, the dry food they eat, their special diet, things like that. So it's not always behavior based. We've got a lot of medical situations. And then of course, just when our shelter when we get real full. So our fosters provide a safe space that's an alternative to staying at the shelter. So the majority of our dogs live in foster homes. That's true, pandemic or not. And currently, most of our cats also live at foster homes. So we saw that we would be going down to a smaller staff, dedicated skeleton crew of folks at the shelter to help flatten the curve. And so our amazing foster feline lead and foster manager got a ton of our cats into foster homes. So, now that ask can be a little bit more difficult as folks start heading back to work in person. But if you're working virtually and you're interested in having a furry coworker alongside you, keep you company, type your emails for you. I'm sure that these kittens, Lydia and Dahlia, would be more than happy to do that. We've got you covered. I know I have 3 furry coworkers at home who mainly just lay around all day. They're not extremely helpful, so I may be looking to hire someone else soon. Nala could be a great coworker. for anyone working from home who's looking to take some more exercise breaks throughout the day, remind you to get up out of your chair, throw a ball in the backyard, have a game of tag, or just do some training outside. The weather's been gorgeous here in Houston recently for it. Or if you're just looking for somebody to keep your feet warm, I'm sure Lola would be happy to curl up under your computer chair and do that. And then, of course, the cats on the cat side. Those kittens will keep you busy. They'll keep you playing, keep you young. Richard would be more than happy to lay in your lap, keep your lap warm while you type out those emails, give you a little bit of a distraction. So if you ever need to take a break, I'm sure that he will accept pets from you. Same with Iris. And then we have a ton of other animals in between that spectrum and outside of that spectrum. So no matter what you're looking for, give us a shout. Again, we get to know the animals in our program extremely well. So once we get to know you a little bit better and the humans looking to adopt, we can make suggestions if you're open to them on animals that may be a good fit. So if you're looking for a dog that has more energy and wants to run and jump and play and hike and do all the active things, we can get you covered with that. If you're looking for somebody just to snuggle up with on the couch potato dog, we've got those too. And then everything in between. Same on the cat side. Got some, I know these kittens in Buddy's room have been playing for almost 2 hours now. So those 2 black kittens you see in Buddy's room that we are catching with catfishing or just running across the bottom of the screens like maniacs. Those 2 black kittens are Lydia and Dahlia. In that room, we also have Logan. He's the orange guy with a clipped ear that you'll see walking through the shots every once in a while. You'll also see Hazel. Hazel is that longer haired, small tabby cat that you see. And then not on screen, but just as amazing is Falafel, who is one of our big black cats in Buddy's room. So those are the 5 cats we've got in there right now. And then in Logan's room, in the Feline Leukemia positive room, you've got Richard and Iris. Both of them are amazing cats as well. They both have feline leukemia, but they are still looking for their forever home. They're still super happy to warm a lap, and they still have the potential to live long, happy, healthy lives. So generally cats with feline leukemia do end up having shorter lifespans than cats who are feline leukemia negative, but it doesn't impair the rest of their life. Just monitoring, being a little bit more careful with their health needs, keeping low stress. Stress is closely associated with the health of cats. So keeping the area low anxiety, that's a good rule generally as well. Usually for these feline leukemia positive cats, they are one of their last options in Houston. So we have a special dedicated space for them. And this is where they greet visitors when the shelter is open to the public for walk-ins. Right now, of course, though, they're still looking for their forever home. They do indicate on their profile online if they're Felbies. So if you fall in love with a cat online based on their profile, you will not be surprised. We won't spring on you that they are feline leukemia positive. It's long been a myth that feline leukemia positive cats cannot live with feline leukemia negative cats. They absolutely can. We've done placements where we have feline leukemia positive and negative cats cohabitating. There's a very successful vaccination for feline leukemia, and then just follow-up boosters will make sure that your feline leukemia negative cats stay happy and healthy. Feline leukemia is shared by casual contact. So what that means is through sharing things like drinking bowls, food dishes, litter boxes, those types of things. That's in contrast to FIV, which is the feline equivalent to HIV in humans, which is only passed between cats with through deep bite wounds, so like knockdown, drag out fights. So we have FIV cats, positive cats living in cat rooms with FIV negative cats because we do thorough behavior evaluations and are able to avoid those fights. So they can have casual contact, share litter boxes, share bowls, share food bowls, and the like, share toys without passing FIV to their roommates. So if you are curious about more details and exactly what that looks like to integrate a feline leukemia positive cat into a household that is feline leukemia negative, go ahead and get connected with our adoptions team and they'll be able to provide you all the details. It's a conversation they have a lot of the time just because of the myths surrounding feline leukemia, and they're super happy to help you learn more. So, and then if you're interested in adopting a dog, of course we have a lot of different options there as well. Nala is an example of a dog who has some behavior challenges, so she can be reactive to children and to cats, which results in barking. But in a home that is able to follow her protocols and the things that Nala knows and trusts, she should become a well-adjusted dog. So that's where that sleepover period becomes really key, because it gives you a solid week or more to figure out if it's going to be a good fit, if the behavior challenges are something that you're up for, while actually practicing them in your home in your normal life. And if it's just not something that you're up to at the moment, that's totally fine. We can fit you with somebody who maybe has less behavior challenges or is a little bit more plug and play. And we also have puppies and kittens who are still being socialized. One of the things that we do offer to recent puppy and kitten adoptees or adopters is puppy and kitten kindergarten. So these are both two behavior programs that now, as we've modified them for COVID and social distancing precautions, include weekly Zoom training. So we have you train in your home with your animal. And then on the weekends, we run a play group along with some additional training so that the animals are still getting socialized. So socialization, they're learning that other puppies are good, that adult dogs and adult cats are good, as well as lots of different types of people, so that they don't develop a fear later in life to a specific audience or specific set of things or people. So that socialization window is really, really important in kittens and puppies. So just having them go on a Saturday, you drop them off for 40 minutes, they play, we wear them out for you, they go home and sleep the rest of the day away. You're welcome. That's all free to recent puppy and kitten adopters with Friends for Life. And we do have plans in the future to open that up to the public, though where that stands right now is still in the works. Let's check in on our feed here on Facebook. Looks like we've got a little bit of props for Hazel, as well as Nala. Also, y'all, I keep calling Hazel a girl. I don't know why, but Hazel is a boy cat. So there in Buddy's room, you see Hazel. Hazel, the longer haired tabby, is a boy cat. I mean, I don't know if that would matter to you, but I always mix that up. Kevin on our Facebook mentions Nala cuddles. Yes, they are the coveted Nala cuddles. She gives them out pretty freely, but I still feel ultra special when she decides to cuddle with me. Laura is super excited to see Uncle Hazel on here. Hazel used to help Laura with paperwork. in our back of house. So Laura works on our wellness team. Both her and our wellness lead, Angie, are total bad butts. Keeping it PG here. So Hazel's also an honorary member of our wellness team because he's helped with some emails back there. So you also see a few of our other tribe members on here commenting. Hey, Olivia. So Olivia lets us know that Lola did super well on her walk today. She says, I'm so happy to see her here on the webcam. We are too. And that she'll be the perfect companion to somebody someday. Olivia said she would take her, but her current doggy is scared of other dogs. So Kevin's letting our volunteer Camille, who's in with Lola, know that that's probably big enough for both of them. And I think he's right, but with Lola being a little bit more shy, Camille's just taking it slow, giving her small pets. And Lola, so she'll pet her a little bit and then take a break. I got some of my other colleagues on here making jokes. If you are just joining us tonight, this is the Subaru Loves Pets virtual adoption event. All of the animals in the month of October, which is the Subaru Loves Pets month. All of the animals adopted from Friends for Life this month. Our friends over at Gillman Subaru Southwest will be donating $100 to the shelter for each of those adopted animals. So that's pretty awesome. It allows us to continue our work in the community, as well as continue to take animals into our program and pull them from high kill shelters in the area. So dogs like Nala, who wouldn't have a chance anywhere else. Cats like Richard. Richard's a perfectly fine cat. It's a perfectly fine cat. If you're looking for a perfectly fine cat, Richard is the one. If anyone has been up to date on their Netflix, The Haunting series, you might call Richard a perfectly splendid cat. He's just relaxed. Looks like Logan's room is relaxing into their space now. Richard's got his scrunched up carpet with treasures around him. Taking a little nap. Iris, oof, you can see Iris in the background there, making some biscuits in her purple bed. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I always feel extra special when a cat makes biscuits on me. I feel like I'm some kind of elevated scratching post, which is, it's a special thing to be. Iris is a sweet kitty, though. I think she gives those away pretty freely to visitors. If you look over to Buddy's room, where we've got some more adoptable cats, you can see kittens Lydia and Dahlia are still going strong with the play. This is that kitten energy. So again, if you're looking for something to spice up your life, make it a little bit more interesting, definitely pick up a kitten. They never disappoint. The best part about it is, if you adopt 2 kittens, you only pay 1 adoption fee, and they'll keep each other entertained. 2 kittens are always better than 1. That's what we say here at the shelter all the time. And it's not just because it allows us to open up space for more kittens in our program, but 2 kittens will keep each other entertained in a home. They'll wear each other out so that you have less work to do on the enrichment side. But if you're down for just 1 kitten, they are both available as well. We've got other kittens on our website. You see Hazel making the rounds back there. He was just watching them play, and now it seems that their energy has also made him tired of watching that even. I'm going to give a big shout out to our all-star blue shirt volunteers who agreed to give up their Friday evening to be with us here on the Subaru Loves Pets virtual event. They're the real winners of this whole night. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. And they're providing some very important enrichment to the animals in our program. So for a dog like Lola, enrichment may be something as simple as someone sitting in her kennel with her. That helps her work through her shyness, helps her know that she can take her own time to open up and feel comfortable, and that no one is going to rush her or stress her here into anything she doesn't want to do. Builds some trust with humans again that she may have lost in previous encounters. If you're interested in learning more about our behavior philosophy, we do focus all of our efforts on LIMA standards. That's LIMA, least invasive, minimally aversive. And so our trainers, we've had a lot of volunteers certified through our behavior volunteer program. We also have amazing behavior staff. One of the most comprehensive, innovative behavior teams in the country, right here in your own backyard, Houston, Texas. Just this week, we got word that we have added an additional 4 certified professional dog trainers, knowledge assessed, to our team. A big shout out to our 4 new CPDTKAs. That's our certified professional dog trainers. Also have a cat training program. We have a lot of programs on the cat side that we've developed over the years. One of the most robust recently that you may see some more information about coming here soon is our Frady Cat program. So that's a program that works to, I would say, rehabilitate, but I think it's just gain the trust back of cats who are generally considered feral in other shelters. What we might call scaral, so scared feral. They're not truly feral, they're just extremely scared and exhibiting behavior that makes them, that categorizes them as fractious or feral at other shelters. So it's a very a solid program that we've had a ton of graduates work through. So cats that were showing absolutely no interest in humans, or very, very little pro-social interest, were extremely scared, would hide for days. We've developed a program that helps them feel safe and that lets them work at their own pace before we move on to the next step. And building that trust is super important, and it's changed the game for so many cats here at Friends for Life and allowed them to go on to find loving forever homes. So really proud of the Frady Cat team and the Frady Cat program that we have here. Yeah, and if you're just joining us for the last 15 minutes of our live cast, we're coming at you live from Friends for Life Animal Shelter in Houston, Texas, as part of Subaru Loves Pets Month, all of October. Subaru, our friends at Gillman Subaru in Gillman Subaru Southwest are sponsoring this event. So all of the animals that get adopted in the month of October, Subaru will be donated $100 to our shelter. So it's pretty awesome of them. We're super glad to have partners like them in the community. If you're interested in any of the animals you see here on the screen, I'll reintroduce them for those who are just joining us now. You can find their profiles on our website, which is friends4life.org. We are coming at you live on Facebook. So I just got a question from one of our viewers. So Emma, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Lola is one of our bigger girls, so she comes in at about 52 pounds. So I don't know, I guess for some folks, for me, I guess that's about a medium dog, but I got big dogs, so. Yeah, Lola's about 52 pounds. She is one of the featured dogs on tonight's virtual adoption event. So Lola came to us as a stray. She had a huge litter of puppies. Her puppies have all since found their forever homes, and now it is Mama's turn. So she has been or will be spayed here in the near future. She's about 2 years old, so our vet estimated that she was born around July of 2018. You can tell, a lower energy dog than Nala, but still likes to play. She enjoys walks. She went on a walk earlier with one of our behavior volunteers, and she said Lola was or one of our behavior staff, and she said Lola is just amazing. She can be a bit shy when she meets new people at first, but after she warms up to you, she is yours forever. So she's very mellow, easygoing. She's come a long way since we had her, and now she's ready to find her permanent forever home. So if you've got kids, dogs, cats, we know that she gets along with cats. We know that she gets along with dogs, puppies and grown dogs. And what we know, of course, that's a dog and cat by cat basis. We'll make sure that everybody's a good fit. But generally, we've seen her get along with dogs, cats, and definitely could be introduced to kids as long as they're able to follow directions. So that goes for every animal, though. You want to make sure that the kids are able to follow the directions so that the animal feels comfortable. The other dog that you see on the call tonight is Nala. Nala was born around March of 2018, so she's also 2 years old. She is absolutely gorgeous. Her favorite things are dress up, belly rubs, and destroying toys as fast as she can. She's a little bit higher energy than Lola, but she is absolutely delighted by training. Training is one of her favorite things, so she's extremely smart. She knows sit, down, touch, spin, as far as like fun tricks go. And then I know she's also done some husbandry training, which is training that makes it easier to handle an animal during a vet or grooming visit. And then she's also worked through some behavior challenges. So she's not a big fan of cats. Could go live into a cat household. And she's probably not a great fit for a home with small children. But she's had some dog friends in the past. So if you've got a dog, it's always a possibility. We are more than happy to facilitate those meet and greets here at the shelter. We've been able to successfully do socially distanced meet and greets for dogs in our backyard with our extremely knowledgeable and solid behavior staff, that behavior team I mentioned earlier. They're awesome on facilitating those meet and greets. And then if it's an animal who probably just needs to meet and greet in your home, so sometimes cats will do better meet and greets in a home, we can also do that. Make sure that they get along with all of the animals. So. And then the 2 cat areas you see on our screen as part of the Subaru Loves Pets virtual adoption event brought to you by Gillman Subaru Southwest. We've got cats in Buddy's room. So currently on the screen, we've got our 2 kittens. That's Lydia and Delilah. Those are the 2 black kittens you see in the foreground. And then in the background, you've got Uncle Hazel. Hazel is the longer-haired tabby cat. And then next to Hazel on that mat is Logan. Logan is the orange boy in the background. So, and then not in this scene, which we haven't actually seen all night, probably be in a big lump somewhere, is Falafel. Falafel is one of our hefty, big black cats as well. So. if you're interested in seeing more pictures of them, seeing them up close on any of the animals here or any of the animals in our program, you can visit our website, which is friends4life.org. From there, just hit the Our Animals tab and you'll have the option to check out dogs, cats, as well as recently adopted, which can be really fun to look at if you've gotten to know some of our animals. And then we do also have a stay tuned section on there. So that stay tuned section is animals who are coming into the program, who are in the program, who are waiting on maybe a certain medical or something else to make them eligible for adoption. So they may be working through behavior challenges. They may be recovering from a medical case, which is most often the case for animals on that. They may also be too young to be adopted. So we won't adopt out kittens or puppies below 8 weeks or under a certain weight. So, but you can always check out who's up and coming in that area. And if you see somebody that really strikes your fancy, go ahead and fill out an adoption app for them. And then we'll engage with you. So the adoption process is takes a couple of days, but it's a little bit longer than just throw some money at us and we'll throw an animal right back at you. So we do have an adoption application on our website that can be found under the Adopt tab at friends4life.org. From there, one of our trained adoption counselors will reach out to you. That's just a phone chat, a virtual chat that gives us a little bit better idea of what you're looking for in an animal and your living situation. So if you have breed restrictions or size restrictions, or if you already have animals in the home, kids, things like that, we want to get to know you as well as we can in that short interview so that we can place you with the right animal. And of course, on that call, we can also talk to you about the animal that you're interested in and let you know any specific details you have questions about or get you with somebody who can answer those things. So do that quick interview, then all those notes go to our adoption team. They get back to you within 48 hours usually. So most of the returns are within 48 hours and then maybe as long as 72, but that's rare. And once you get your approval back, that is good for 6 months. That gives you the opportunity to browse for a while if you're not sure that anybody's striking your fancy, but you've already gotten the interview process and all of that out of the way. Once you're approved as well, we can start setting up meet and greets. So those are the meet and greets I mentioned earlier that we can do in the backyard between dogs, or we can do in-home with cats and the like, or we can also just send you home with protocols to do meet and greets in your home. So we've got a really excellent, simple to follow behavior protocols for introducing cat to cat, cat to dog to dog, whatever you could think of. So if that meet and greet goes well, then we start what's called a sleepover. Those are generally 1 week long periods that give the animal some time to adjust to your home so you can see their true personality, which can be very different than it is in a shelter. And gives you an opportunity to live, essentially a normal life as you would with that animal for a week. We can always extend that sleepover if you want a little bit more time just to make sure that everything's really solid. But if everything works out, then you just go ahead and finalize the adoption. Our adoption fee is $95. And then if the animal is not spayed or neutered yet, which is usually just animals under 6 months, we do have a $250 fully refundable deposit, which is due at the time of sleepover. If the sleepover doesn't work out and you've paid that deposit, we just return it right back to you. But at 6 months, if the animal has been spayed or neutered, we send you back your deposit. And then if the sleepover goes well, you just finalize the adoption. If it doesn't work out, then you bring the animal back. And if you're ready to, we can try again with another animal. We can just make sure that, we can find a better fit for personality or size or whatever it was that wasn't clicking the first time. So But again, we know our animals super duper well, and we are really proud to have them in our program. Again, if you've been with us on the call earlier, thank you so much for joining. If you're just tuning in now, thank you for joining us. This has been a super fun virtual adoption event. We are really proud of all of the animals that we showed today on our call, as well as all the animals in our program. If you're interested in learning more about our sponsor, Gillman Subaru Southwest, you can link to their Facebook page from the event page for this adoption event. They've been an amazing partner to us over the years, and we couldn't be more proud to be their partner. If you are interested in learning more about any of the animals you saw tonight or any of the other animals in our program, you can head over to our website, which is friends4life.org. Again, friends4life.org. We also post details about animals, upcoming events on our Facebook page. So we've got 3 events coming up tomorrow. So go ahead and check those out if you're interested. We're doing a showcase at the cattery at PetSmart where we have some adoptable cats showing. We'll also have a couple of fun activities for the kiddos. So if you're looking for Halloween themed events to replace trick-or-treating, we don't have candy to hand out, but we do have some enrichment toys that we're going to be making at 10 a.m. with the Baylor team, Baylor College of Medicine. And then in the evening tomorrow, we'll be reading 2 kids' stories, one about a dog, one about a cat, that are Halloween themed. So if you've got kids between the ages of 3 and 10, they would be good to attend that story reading. And then, of course, all are welcome to attend the enrichment session with Baylor College of Medicine. Just make sure you sign up ahead of time, and you'll get a swag bag from that team there. So we've got more going on. We're super glad to be back into the swing of events and be able to bring you more details about our adoptable animals and our outreach into the community. As I close us out for the night, again, Lola, Nala, Richard, Iris, Lydia, Delia, Logan, Hazel, Falafel, they all thank you for watching them tonight, hanging out with them on your Friday evening. If you want to learn more about them, about any of our animals, or about our programs, or if you would like to donate, even something as small as $5 can really help. And we can really stretch. You would be amazed at how we can stretch $5. We can help so many animals with that, whether it's animals here in our program or animals out in the community to enable their owners to keep them. So sign us out. Again, that donate link is on our website, friends4life.org. And thanks again for tuning in. We will see you soon. And we hope you have a wonderful, safe Halloween tomorrow. And we hope to see some of you on our events tomorrow. They'll be good. They'll be fun events. Probably a little bit more fun than this one, but still have adoptable animals in them. Thanks, folks, and have a wonderful night. Big thank you to close us out from Gillman Subaru Southwest, our sponsor for this evening's virtual event. Bye, y'all.